yet.
I think he could probably read the newspapers. I don't think he has a shot, has had a sight of the ball from the Central FC. But Central FC on it now. Actually lost out on it. Oh, that's a drop of the shoulder that I like to see. What a brilliant drop of the shoulder by Harrison Parks. Is he going to swing it in? Good cut back. And Micah. Ooh, I think this Trendsetter Hawks, I think they left their shooting boots home. That was a fantastic chance for me. And he just didn't get over the ball. He scuffed the shot. And unfortunately, for the Trendsetter Hawks, it's still 0-0. And it's a water break, a 3-minute water break. That's the stipulations we have for this tournament, this Tiger Tanks tournament. After the 23rd, 24th minute, we bring the players in for a light 3-minute water break. And this is where you'll get to see the coaches instill their philosophies into the players. How do you think the game panned out thus far, you?
Hasn't been too bad at all, Renwin. I think we've been excited. Malachi Celestin with 2 golden opportunities, unable to convert, unfortunately, for the young lad. We've seen some highlights of Stephon James getting into the box for the Central FC boys. But there hasn't been too much threat for the boys in white. I think the Trendsetter Hawks, they will be disappointed to not be up at least 3-0 going into this water break here. And I think Joel Warwick will know that as well. Nicholas Griffith will probably be telling his defenders to stay on their toes given the threat that these Trendsetter boys have been posing. I think it's been exciting thus far.
Most definitely. I remember you mentioned you was expecting to see Brito do something special today. You think he's still going to do something special to you?
Saw Rashawn Brito in a training session actually, Renwin, and he did look pretty clean. And I saw him. I know he's a winner. Of course, the young lad, who went to Carapachima East and won 2 Central Zone titles. So I do expect to see him getting on the ball a little more if the Central FC guys can get a little more possession, as we see the substitution here of Dejon Windsor, former Trinity College East Renwin, our alumni, coming on for the injured Lee Van David, who we of course hope is recovering well from that injury he picked up.
Trinity College East lad. It's always nice to see your former colleagues on the pitch. We know how good he is. We know what he could add to the game. We know what he could bring to the game. And I mean, sorry that David had to come off, but
It seems as if Caleb Morris, the starting CDM, has dropped into the centre-back position, and Windsor now occupies that spot for the Central FC midfield.
Tactical changes there, and that's what the water break allow coaches to do. But back at action now. Is he going to swing it in? He cuts it back again. I think that was not the right decision. I thought he would have swinged it in the box. But now Michael and Peter's on it. Siddiq, he swings it in now, and watch a shot, and now he's going to have a shot. Whoa! What a left-footed pile driver by Jeremiah Williams. It doesn't get better than that, Leo. It does not get better than that.
It absolutely doesn't get better than that, and you can see the passion on captains. You can see the passion on the players. What a beautiful strike.
But you know we love to see, but Siddiq Williams with that left-footed swing, and bang! Look at that.
That is a
Top
goal
right corner
of the highest quality here at the Ato Boldham Stadium. I mean, you mentioned the cross from Siddiq is inch perfect. Wonderful touch from Williams. Wonderful touch, and bang in the top of the Jep nest. Questions arise, though, Renwin, over the Central FC defense. No way he should have so much time and space to turn in the penalty area like that.
And the thing is, what that could attest to, you see that quick tactical change where David was removed from his original position and it had a slight change in players. It probably opened up a gap, and they pounced on it immediately. Trendsetter Hawks.
Wonderful goal.
I mean, I didn't mention this to you, Leo, but I was there at the training session for Trendsetter Hawks. And they looked brilliant. But back in the action now. Stephen James. Just try to play a true ball. Bubble up a bit. But they're back at it now. And Keyshawn Diaz to Jadel Thomas. A brilliant ball to Jordan Ferguson. Is he going to bend it? He does. Oh, what a save. He does decide to bend it. But most definitely, Neptune, he did have much to do in this game. But when they called on him, he said, I'm here, I have you. Look at that. Try to, and more than likely, if I was him, I would have gone the right corner, went to the near post, tested the keeper, good save. Leo, actions packing. Swings it in the box. Oh, it's so dangerous that is, and Jordan Ferguson running it down. He has it. Is he going to take on his lad? He sends it to Stephon. But good defending by Jeremiah Williams, and now they're on the counter-attack. And he drives with the ball. Plays a long ball to Malachi, but wonderful interception by the Central FC defender and breaks down the play. And Jadel Thomas plays it to Jeremiah Thomas. And now Harrison Parks. Oh, that's it. Now, and now we have a. Is he going to cut inside? He decided too much there. Too much run through his mind there. Too many touches by Kaleem Prince.
Well, it was initially Ciron De La Rosa who got beaten from the long ball and recovered well to put enough pressure there on Prince to get the ball away from danger.
But Prince had a lot of space there. I'm surprised Sadiq isn't going over and take it. He has that left foot, but Prince has it too. And that's a brilliant deep ball. And Jeremiah heads it back into the box. But good defending by the Central FC defenders. And now they're on the counter-attack. And we have Brito. I know you mentioned him, but good defending there. Cleaning it up there, Jaden Seeley.
Been impressed, if you rather, by Jaden Seeley. I think he's been pretty solid this game. Of course, the Trendsetter Hawks have not conceded yet, but I think he, together with his centre-back partner, Antonio Cheating, have not made many mistakes in the back thus far. It's been pretty solid from the two boys.
I mean, to be honest, because of the philosophy of Joel Warwick, they haven't had much to do, to be honest. So that's why they're not being pressed as much as they should.
Easily gobbled up there by Trendsetter goalkeeper Neptune, and it's cleared away by Thomas. Under hot pursuit from Harrison Parks, who has been impressive this first half, Renwin. Seen some skill from him, some precision, some accuracy, some pace. Good little player developing there. Hope to see him in the national setup in a few years to come.
If I was a scout, I would definitely be looking at him. You see that drop of the left shoulder and that fan of the right leg. Bamboozle his defenders. Leave them flummoxed. But clearly plays it now. And Stephen Thomas, that's a wild kick, and I think might see a card if Dennis wants to calm down the game. He draws the player and has a conversation. I like to see referees not quick to draw the card. It's a wild tackle. It's a cardable offense for me, but I like to see referees not like to dish out cards too easily. It sort of takes back from the game because now players have to watch each and every tackle. But that was very dangerous there by Jeremiah Thomas. Jaden Seeley. My pardons. And now we have Caleb. Sends a long ball in. Has a shot. Jaden Thomas. But Stephon, and he has that quick foot ability, but good defending there. And now they are driving out Jeremiah Williams. Plays it back to him. Jeremiah Williams, ooh, just on the long side, and good interception there. And now Central FC has a counter-attack. And it goes out for a throw-in, unfortunately.
Cleaned up there by Mackay Peters. I've been impressed with him this game run when he's been industrious in that midfield for the Trendsetters. A line of defense in front of the actual back four. I think he's been working really hard. I've been impressed in this first half by Mackay Peters.
Most definitely. You must always have a workhorse in the midfield, and he's that workhorse.
I'll tell you what, Renwin. Also spent some time in Trinity College East. I actually trained with him on the intercall team, Mackay Peters. No bias involved. But I have seen some of the skills he possesses, and I expect to see it here. Of course, he's grown much since then. Seems to be maturing into a great player.
But this is a brilliant ball. Switch play. I like the intention. But the Central FC left back. Ready every bit of it, Jeremiah Thomas. Jaden Thomas lost possession there, missed past. And now Micah Peters on it now. Jeremiah Williams. To Raphael Alexander. I haven't mentioned his name a lot in the game today. Liu. I think he should be a little bit more involved. And good turn there by Jordan Ferguson. And he plays a brilliant ball. And now Brito, he has time just on the long side. And his defender read it. But actually gets it back, Brito. And he negotiates a throw deep in the Trendsetter Hawks half. And I think they're going to go long in. That would be my bet. Jeremiah Thomas. I think he has that ability. Or is he going to go short? He goes short to Brito. Back to Jeremiah Thomas. He swings it in. And Stephon, the keeper, comes out in no man's land. And Stephon James has that quick feet ability, and he uses it and sends it in, but just wasn't targeted. He spotted Brito. Leo, that's Stephon James is a man definitely to watch. He has that quick feet ability. He has that change of pace. And I think if anyone was to cause something for the Central FC side, it would be Stephon Thomas.
Definitely agree with you. I mean, we saw it earlier in the half where he was able to get in on the defense and swing in a good ball, but it was well defended. But I do agree with you. They need to get the ball into James a little more and put some pressure on the Trendsetter Hawks.
Raphael cleaning up for the Central FC side, but it's back to Trendsetter Hawks, and Sadiq is on it now. Back to Antonio Cheaton, back to Sadiq. What is he going to do? He normally goes long, but Trendsetter Hawks looking to build some possession, and that's very clever. And now he goes long, and Malachi has it, cuts in. I thought he would have cut inside and take on Jeremiah Thomas, and then spanked with the left foot. He's decided to go across immediately. And good interception there by Jeremiah Thomas.
Yeah, it's initially wonderful build-up play on the left-hand side from Sadiq. The left back getting a beautiful ball there into Celestin. But as you rightfully said, I think he made the wrong decision. Should have taken it into his stride and probably tried to take on the defender.
And that's the referee there, Dennis. Making sure that everything is fair. And a long ball by Caleb Morris. And Jaden Thomas just miscontrolled the ball there. Ball ran from him a bit. And he would be disappointed that that happened. Now, Malachi, he asking for the 1-2. Teammates wasn't on the same wavelength. And now De La Rosa is on it now with time and space. Back to Caleb Morris. And he goes long into the Trendsetter Hawks half. And good head out by the Trendsetter Hawks defender. And wonderful shielding by Malachi. He has time and space. He goes across on the next side. The ball just on the long side for Parks. But I thought he would have taken his counterpart on, but he plays it to Prince. And Prince with a beautiful left for the ball in. And Malachi, is he going to have it? Oh, he should have let go of the throttle there. Now is the throttle going to let go? It does. Just over the bar by Micaiah Peters. I think he should have done better there, Peters.
Yeah, I think he could have gotten it on target there, but again, he sliced it wide. As we see the replay here, Prince with a nice ball into the box. It was Thomas who headed it back into the danger area. Celestin couldn't get his strike away. And then Peters sent it straight over the bar. But again, when we see the quality of this Trendsetter's attack, especially coming through that left-hand side, Kareem Prince, Sadiq.
Yeah, most definitely Liu. And now Sadiq plays it to Alexander. He has time and a lot of space. And good control there by Parks. Just left him. And that's not good distribution there by Brito. It's a little careless there from Brito. And I think Central FC, they need to be more careful with their passes. Liu, if they want to put any pressure on Neptune, they need to be more careful with their passes, Liu.
Definitely. I think they need to increase the quality in that final third with James and Brito. The chemistry needs to be a little cleaner if they want to create any meaningful chances.
Now, Stefan James just on the long side, and the Neptune just came out of the box. Just about on the inside of the box, and he plays it long now to Malachi. But beautiful header there, and wonderful skill by the youngster again. And he has a shot, but that's high and wide and not too handsome. There from the number 9, Stefan James. I know he most definitely, Keyshawn Diaz just above the bar. I think it went for a corner. It had a deflection there, Dennis. I mean, from my view, it didn't look like there was a deflection, but benefit of the doubt goes to the referee, Dennis. And Brito is on it now. Just on top of the 6-yard box is the target. Tries to swipe at it there. Caleb Morrison has another one. Another bite of the cherry. And Alexander clears it to Malachi. Is he going to pressure his defender? Good defending. But a little frustration there by Jaden Thomas. Isn't clicking like how I normally see him click, Jaden Thomas, Leo.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best start for him in the midfield. I mean, in the midfield, you're really in the heat of the battle, so you would see him on the ball a lot. Well, he has given it away a few times, but we hope that he could grow a little more into the game. We are approaching halftime. It'll be interesting to see if Nicholas Griffith is going to make any changes. Of course, his team down 1-0 after that beautiful strike, and you remember it from Jeremiah Williams.
Yes, who can't forget that? It was a wonderful swinging there by Sadiq, and then a left foot banger into the top right corner of the net. Well, have fun. Plays a long ball again. The touch of Jaden Thomas isn't the best. Isn't up to the mark that he wants it. I don't know if the nerves might be getting better. The players. I mean, it's a big occasion, a big stage. I mean, due to a lot of restrictions being lifted, we have a lot more fans in the stadium watching on the game. So that transition period with eyes on you might affect players and their confidence and their ability. But a long ball here now to Stephon James with good interception. Antonio cheating. And he runs away from Stephon James. And he has Sadiq in support. He gives Sadiq now. And he has the left foot. I'm seeing a beautiful ball to play just again on the long side for Parks. Everybody was on the same wavelength there, but the execution wasn't what Sadiq would have wanted. I know Malachi has a lot of space and time, and that's a crunching tackle there by Jeremiah Thomas. I like to see those tackles sometimes, Leo.
It's good when those defenders do that because it puts a lot of pressure on the attackers when you really show them the force that you possess. They're almost afraid to run into you sometimes, and you really have to leave your mark on attackers sometimes as a wing back, especially. You have a lot of tricky wingers, especially in Trinidad and Tobago.
Whoa, wonderful skill there by Malachi. I like to see he drop on the shoulder sometimes. And Brito. Given away again by the Central FC side. And now Alexander is going to swing it in. And he's there alone by himself on the referee. He puts up his flag for the offside. A bit close for me, but it's offside nevertheless.
Seemed to be Harrison Parks who was in the middle there. Joel Warwick seems to have made a switch on top because earlier we saw Parks on the right-hand side.
Yes.
And now we see Malachi Celestin running on the wings.
And that's to show you Joel Warwick's philosophy. His players are more football, but he has a true ball to play. He drops it inside on Malachi. Is he going to swing it in? He swings it in. Ooh, good defending there. Wonderful interception by Raphael. But they lost out on it now. And Micaiah Peters back on it. Inside. Good turn on Twitch. And Malachi, is he going to shoot there? Jeremiah Williams, is he going to let it go to throttle? He doesn't. Everyone is begging for the shot. I'm hearing it from the commentary box. All the fans saying shoot. Now Sadiq. And too much passing. Sometimes you overpass. And I know that sometimes the coach might want you to pass the ball, but that was a clear shooting opposition from on top the D there. Liu. One of the players, another player. This is not a sight I like to see. Two players down from the Central FC side in pain. Not making out exactly who it is.
It would be disappointing here for Nicholas Griffith if he is to lose two more of his players. I mean, we saw the early exit of Levan David. It looks like Jaden Thomas on the ground there, and number 17 as well as. Can't seem to see who's on the far side. There, he's holding on to his calf. It really doesn't look good here for Central FC if they are to lose some more players. Something coaches never want to do is to be forced to make substitutions. You really want to be making tactical more than protectional, if you will. Hopefully these guys can recover.
I think it's Caleb Morris on the far side coming off there, and I could see Jadel Thomas continuing, but Caleb Morris, this is a sight no player wishes on other players. Sometimes you would see players tackle players, and because of what it resulted in, you see the anguish on their face because it's months sometimes you're out for of no football. But action's back. I think 2 players down there, Central FC, they won't like that too much. But Stephon James has it to Brito. Back to Stephon James. He has time and space. And wonderful ball there. To Jordan Ferguson. Now Brito. Brito hold on to it a bit too much there. And then committing the foul. I mean, he wasn't getting the movement there, Liu, that I think he was asking for. And he eventually lost it out.
It's cheating there. Who plays that long ball? I've been impressed with cheating. You mentioned Brito not getting the movement that he wanted, but that's excellent defense from cheating to recognize that his opponent was under some pressure there and to step in.
Brito with a long ball to Stephon James, but wasn't very accurate and cleaned up there by Neptune. Neptune dishes it out to Sadiq. Sadiq, again, his left foot ability is so good. It was the reason why we are Trendsetter Hawks is 1-0 up. And good switch up play to Alexander. Good control as well. And Malachi, I think he should take on his man. And is he going to take him on? Malachi plays it back to Alexander, and he's going to swing it in the box. We have 6 yellow shirts and a header in just on the left-hand side of the post, and he holds his head. That's to tell you how close it was. He can't believe it didn't go in there, Liu. I can't believe it didn't go in there, Liu, myself.
Definitely, but what a ball from Alexander. I mean, he could be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pinpoint accuracy and a wonderful header as well, just wide of the post. Yeah. But you mentioned earlier that Alexander wasn't getting down the right-hand side. We've seen just now that he does have some quality he could produce in the final third. Very impressed with this Trendsetter Hawk team, it must be said.
And Dennis closes the half. I mean, the half could have been a little better, Liu. A lot of the players' possession losing very easily, but definitely Jeremiah Williams, the reason why Trendsetter Hawks is 1-0 up today. This colleague, Trendsetter Hawks.
Extremely thrilled because we haven't had football in the country for a long period of time, so everyone is ecstatic. Players are very excited, so we're extremely thrilled. Yeah, these are players who are actually looking for scholarship opportunities. Some of them want to become professional footballers, and the inactivity would have caused much of an upset for a lot of the players. So it's important for a league such as this, so players can once again showcase their talents on the football field to possibly gain some sort of attention from coaches, whether it's be regionally or internationally or locally. Yeah, we have an active youth development program. We have been a part of a lot of the leagues that have been happening. We always play in the Youth Pro League under Central FC. Apart from that, we have had a lot of young players going out on scholarship, gaining scholarship opportunities. So we have about 8 of them going this year. Last year we had about 4 of them that went out on scholarship. So I think it's a vibrant program where we have gained a lot of opportunities for the
Our youth development program is quite vibrant. Over the years, we have had players entering the organization from about 5 years old. We play in all divisions from under 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, right up to senior level. And right now everything is working very nice in terms of our development.
Flow Sports, we're changing the game.
Live and exclusive across the Flow Sports platform all season long. Don't miss it. The biggest T20 franchise cricket tournament in the world, the Tata Indian Premier League, is not to be missed on Flow Sports. West Indians Dwayne Bravo and his defending champions, the Chennai Super Kings, will battle Andre Russell and the Kolkata Knight Riders in the season opener in Mumbai. Flow Sports will have live coverage of the entire tournament spanning 74 games all the way through to the finals in May. That's season 15 of the Tata IPL live on Flow Sports.
Extremely thrilled because we haven't had football in the country for a long period of time, so everyone is ecstatic. Players are very excited, so we're extremely thrilled. Yeah, these are players who are actually looking for scholarship opportunities. Some of them want to become professional footballers, and the inactivity would have caused much of an upset for a lot of the players. So it's important for a league such as this, so players can once again showcase their talents on the football field to possibly gain some sort of attention from coaches, whether it's be regionally or internationally or locally. Yeah, we have an active youth development program. We have been a part of a lot of the leagues that have been happening. We always play in the Youth Pro League under Central FC. Apart from that, we have had a lot of young players going out on scholarship, gaining scholarship opportunities. So we have about 8 of them going this year. Last year we had about 4 of them that went out on scholarship. So I think it's a vibrant program where we have gained a lot of opportunities for the young.
Development program is quite vibrant. Over the years, we have had players entering the organization from about 5 years old. We played all divisions from under 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, right up to senior level. And right now everything is working very nice in terms of our development.
Flow Sports, we're changing the game.
Live and exclusive across the Flow Sports platform all season long. Don't miss it. The biggest T20 franchise cricket tournament in the world, the Tata Indian Premier League, is not to be missed on Flow Sports. West Indians Dwayne Bravo and his defending champions, the Chennai Super Kings, will battle Andre Russell and the Kolkata Knight Riders in the season opener in Mumbai. Flow Sports will have live coverage of the entire tournament spanning 74 games all the way through to the finals in May. That's season 15 of the Tata IPL live on Flow Sports.
Extremely thrilled because we haven't had football in the country for a long period of time, so everyone is ecstatic. Players are very, very, very excited, so we're extremely thrilled. Yeah, these are players who are actually looking for scholarship opportunities. Some of them want to become professional footballers, and the inactivity would have caused much of an upset for a lot of the players. So it's important for a league such as this, so players can once again showcase their talents on the football field to possibly gain some sort of attention from coaches, whether it's be regionally or internationally or locally. Yeah, we have an active youth development program. We have been a part of a lot of the leagues that has been happening. We always play in the Youth Pro League under Central FC. Apart from that, we have had a lot of young players going out on scholarship, gaining scholarship opportunities. So we have about 8 of them going this year. Last year we had about 4 of them that went out on scholarship. So I think it's a vibrant program where we have gained a lot of opportunities for the young.
years, we have had players entering the organization from about 5 years old. We played all divisions from under 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, right up to senior level. And, you know, right now everything is working very nice in terms of our development.
We are back live. Tiger Tanks tournament, the opening games. It's been an action-packed game. Trendsetter Hawks just one above Central FC. Trendsetter Hawks obviously in yellow. Central in white. We have had a change. The introduction of Kendall Alexander. He replacing number 11. Number 17, Jill Thomas, actually. My bad, and that was a mistake. Ooh, wonderful come out by Neptune. And we may have had another Central FC player holding in his leg. The number 12, I mean. So, wonderful introduction, actually. At it immediately, Liu.
Was just about to say, Kendall Alexander getting in on the action immediately.
I mean, that's wonderful interpretation of the reach of the keeper there from Neptune. That's, to be fair to the Trendsetter Hawks keeper, he hasn't done much wrong, Liu.
Hasn't at all, and he's been able to keep a clean sheet thus far. He'll be looking to do that for the rest of the 45 as well.
And a deep one. And again, Neptune shows why his hands are safe and his hands are sturdy. And he plays it long to Prince. But good interception there. And now Pax takes on one, takes on two. Takes on a bit too much, but fortunately, it lands back to his own teammate. And now Alexander plays it to Micaiah Peters, and now the goal scorer, Jeremiah Williams, plays it to Malachi, and is he going to swing it in the box? He cuts back inside, and Peters swings it in. And now Sadiq, his wicked left foot, is he going to swing? He has a shot. Ooh, you cannot get closer than that. It was just rising and rising and rising and just rised a bit too much, Sadiq. His left foot is just off the charts. And good interception there. The action hasn't stopped. Look at the shot there from just over the bar, but back on it. Jeremiah Williams plays the ball out now. Is he offside? Is he not? He's not. Ooh, that was a team shot there by the number 21, Harrison Parks. And wonderful distribution, immediate distribution by the Central FC goalkeeper. And good play there now. And this man, Kendall, has made a difference since he's on. Is he going to have a good swing in the box? It's a good swing. Neptune comes out. This time his hands wasn't as sturdy. And it bubbled up, and now Prince, that has to be a foul, and it is. Holding his foot in anguish. Good breakup of the play there. I think that was a professional foul by the number 13, De La Rosa.
Yeah, but it seems as if Prince has come out second best there. I think the momentum of Siran De La Rosa just carried him in. I don't think he had any intentions of injuring Prince. But he was going for the ball and Prince got the touch ahead of him, causing the collision. But no malice involved in that one, I think, there, Renwin.
But in looking back at the replay, Liu, it looked like his leg had a little hyperextension there. I saw a little bit of signs of it. It's not something you want to happen around the knee area. Neptune looks a bit concerned. I mean, on a very rare occasion, we saw Neptune had a little blunder there. But he has done very well this game. As a defender, you would like to have a goalkeeper that you know you can trust, you feel very safe. I mean, the keeper is the last line of defense, and you don't like to use the last line of defense, but it's always good to know that your last line is very safe. And he has done very little wrong here in Neptune. Antonio signal his entire side to push up and get deep into the central FC half, and he's obviously going to play a long ball. Malachi asking for it, and is he going to go to Mark Allen? Wonderful, wonderful tactical play. And Sadiq, his left foot is good, but Ferguson tackling him and getting the ball to bounce off of him so that his side could get a throw in. And Ferguson has it again. Wasn't the best of touches. And good shot, just again. He tried to bend it over there, Riley. Opened up his body and had a right foot curved shot. But just a bit on the high side. And Alexander again. Since this lad has come on, he has caused. And now Brito. Is he going to have it? Last post. Good last-ditch tackle there from the youngster. The smallest man on the pitch, Sadiq.
Very good play again there from Alexander, the substitute. As he rightfully said, he's been excellent since coming on. A beautiful ball there into Brito, who got a bit lucky for it to break to him, but Sadiq doing some excellent defensive work there to keep his team's clean sheet intact.
And one of the very few corner kicks, Central SC and Central FC. Could they punks on this? You have the likes of Stephon James in the box. And it goes to Stephon James. He goes up for the header. Brito plays it back. And is it going to go in the box again? And Jeremiah Thomas swings it in. But good clearance there from the Trendsetter Hawk defenders. And Sadiq's asking for it. And Neptune goes long instead. Straight to Jeremiah Malachi. Misjudgment from the captain, and Malachi pressing. Raphael. Press him to the point that he has to clear it out for a throw-in. But based on the possession stats, Trendsetter Hawks 61, Central FC 38. And it shows you how much Trendsetter Hawks is dominating, and that doesn't look nice again. There's a next Central FC player on the ground, balling in pain. It's the number 16 there, Keyshawn Diaz.
Ooh.
That was on the Achilles heel too as well. That's something. This is the weakest part of your foot, Leo.
I think he actually stamped down on the foot there of Keyshawn Diaz. Doesn't look too good for him as well. And yet another Central FC player picking up an injury.
And I think, in looking back at the replay, and I think in second thought, referee Dennis had to dish out a card. Riley. I mean, I don't think it was any malice intent, Leo. It never meant to be malice, but I think this is the fourth Central FC player that is down, injured. And sometimes when these things happen, you had to look to the heavens. Players start looking at the heavens. these are the kind of days where you think it's just not going your way. 4 injuries. But we have an injection of new energy into the Trendsetter Hawk side. Number 19, Johnson, coming onto the pitch, moving on to the right wing. And number 21 as well, Harrison Parks, coming on for Joshua Fagaro. A double substitution there by Joel Warwick. I mean, his accolade speaks for itself. He knows what he's doing. And now Jordan Ferguson. And now Stephon James has time. Is he gonna? That's a brilliant ball to Brito. And he holds and shields it off well. And back to Brito now. Is he gonna swing it in the box? It's a good swing. Wonderful defending there by Alexander. Clearance by Micaiah Peters. And this is gonna be the counter attack. Goes up is Jeremiah. Now Riley has it. He takes on his lad, and the number 19 now has a touch. Jude plays it back to Riley, and good defending there by Jeremiah Thomas. He clears it out and gives his side some breathing space, Leo.
Yeah, again, we saw the likes of Stephon James getting onto the ball again and getting a bit of a look in on goal for the Central FC, but still not threatening enough for me. I don't think that Antonio Cheating and Jade and Seeley have really been too tested alongside Neptune, of course. That double substitution, an attacking one from Joel Warwick, of course, as you rightfully said, injecting some new fuel into that Trendsetter attack with the likes of Figaro and Johnson.
This number 14, Micaiah Peters, he is a workhorse. He reminds me of that sort of center defensive midfielder that you want the extra tackles, you want the interceptions, you want, you know, to win the ball in those kinds of areas, and that's the driving force of the counter attack. And Micaiah Peters has definitely impressed me today, Leo.
I definitely agree with you, and we saw it in the first half. He's been working, he's been running side to side, front to back, box to box, and I'm glad that you mentioned him because he really has been one of the standout players for me today.
And wonderful turn there by Riley. Is he going to crack it? He doesn't. He been intercepted, and that's a... Ooh, we could have played Stephon James there. He's begging for it. All the fans too. But his vision, he didn't see the run there, and unfortunately he picked the wrong option. And now Siddiq is on it now. He plays it to Jeremiah Williams. Jeremiah Williams tries to go long. What good interception, and the ball goes out for Trendsetter Hawks throw-in. And Siddiq actually, looking at the position of Siddiq, he's actually a left back. I mean, but he gets advanced so much. You think he's left wing?
Yeah, I think some of the left backs, right backs even today, their role in football has become so integral now, not only contributing to defense, but even the attack. And we see it here with Siddiq, who's been getting forward all evening, has a peach of a left foot, providing the assists, and of course, almost even getting himself on the score sheet.
And that's all due to the philosophy of Warwick, the overload on the left flank, because he knows how devastating this youngster left foot is. And I'm sure he's going in the box again, and he does go in the box. And is it going to be a header? Ooh, the number 19 had his chance. Jude Johnson just flicked off of the keeper. Lafon. And I think that ricocheted, and it went out for a corner kick. Let's see if it touched the keeper on the way out. It didn't. I'm surprised it actually went for a corner.
I think it's probably Cadell Alexander who got the telling touch.
Yeah.
After a touch from Jude Johnson.
Anyway, back to the action. Siddiq, left foot, corner. Not one of his best.
You could see the quality that these players know Siddiq have. He's a left back and taking corners on the right-hand side of the field. That's the show. They know the quality that this guy possesses.
Jude Johnson knocks in for it. Is he going to take on his lad? Gives it back to Sadiq. And he's going to go long in. Goes up is Jeremiah Williams. Lost out. And that's a mistake by Makai. First mistake. And ooh, that should have been better by Brito there. Should have been. I would have been offset if I was Griffith. But Malachi takes on his defender. And Lord sends it in the box to no Trendsetter Hawks foot. Disappointing. Took on Caleb Morris. Flashed it across the box.
It was decent play there from Malachi Celestin. I think he got in a decent ball, but there was no hunger in the box from the Trendsetter attackers to really throw the ball at that body. Throw the body at the ball, sorry. But again, the quality of the final third attack from Central FC comes into question. We saw Brito there.
And Malachi, is he going to reach it?
Yeah, we saw Brito there. Had an opportunity to lead that counter-attack for Central FC and not being able to produce that killer final pass into his striking counterpart.
And it was just one defender, if I remember clearly, versus 3 Central FC players, and he just couldn't find Stephon James. Stephon James was definitely the man to get, but good interception by Joshua Fagaro. I think that's his first touch for the game thus far. And Jordan Ferguson. Okay, Peters. Number 16 here, Keyshawn Diaz has been good. He has showed that he could hold up the ball and create the play. And this is what he does here now. It's Alexander. He has a shot. He has come and made up as he came on his first about his first 20 steps was very influential here, Alexander. And now he has a shot. It was an easy tame shot. Probably could have done better there. Alexander, he opened up his body. Should have opened up his body a little bit more to get it in the right-hand corner of the goal. But Ferguson. Now Stephon. This is the positions I like to see Stephon is. He just slipped on it and he keeps it. This is why I like him. He still has it here, Stephon, and that's a foul. That has to be a foul. I mean, I'm hearing some of the bench players saying that it's all ball, but I saw all studs. Those kind of tackles. Referee has to blow for the safety of the players. You can't have your studs showing. That's a no. Even though if you get the ball, it's just very dangerous. And rightfully so, a yellow card.
Yeah, I think it was a rash tackle there from Antonio, cheating. Went through the back of Stephon James there, who did quite well in the corner there. He was the only Central FC player there and still emerged with possession for his team. But again, another Central FC player on the ground through an injury. But I think he should be able to recover from this one here, Stephon James.
Yes, before it was Keyshawn Diaz. And now it's another player. And now we have another change for Trendsetter Hawks. They're going to look to bring on O'Neal Vasquez. He's looking ready and geared up to bring that extra spark. That extra glue. That extra for the Trendsetter Hawks.
Good to see Stephon James back on his feet.
Riley Hill, he did play well today. He's coming on off for him. He did play well, I must say. We haven't seen much of Jordan Ferguson, Leo. I mean, he's very technically gifted. I know he's a talented youngster. I think he should have had more of a grasp of the midfield, and that's to show you how good Micah Peters deal with Jordan Ferguson, Leo.
Definitely. Hopefully he could produce some quality here.
Again, Neptune showing why his hands are very safe and his distribution as well. And this is a second touch for Fugaro. And that's a first touch for O'Neal Vasquez. And it's a brilliant first touch. Brilliant distribution for Malachi. Step over, step two. Probably did a little bit too much, but he gets another bite at the step overs. And is he going to have a shot, Jeremiah Williams? And that touch was very disappointing and easily gobbled up by the Central FC defenders. And now Keyshawn Diaz showing some of his skill. But Micaiah Peters intercepted, and that's a wonderful chip ball. Is it offside? Yes, it is. Unfortunately for Trendsetter Hawks. See, the flag went up. It looked close, but I'm not seeing anybody saying that it was unfair, so it looks fair to me.
Beautiful chip ball played over there. And a decent finish from Figaro. It would be disappointing that he was offside there. As we see it here, tinked over the top. Good control, to be fair to the lad, but just didn't count.
Yeah, looking back at the replay, he was definitely offside to me.
I think Lafon will be relieved there. The ball went through his legs. Keepers hate that.
Yeah.
So he'll be glad that that one was chalked off.
And John Seeley clears it. But re-intercepted here. And now Alexander again. He's going to take on his lad. I like how he came on and he just injected some speed into the Central FC. Some purpose. He came on definitely with a purpose here, Alexander. Everything he sort of touches creates a chance, looks for what he can create. And I like when players makes that difference. And he has a next chance to do something here, Alexander. And this number 13, De La Rosa. I mean, Alexander have been having a hard time against another Alexander. He could been having a hard time against himself.
Definitely, I think, and we've been talking about him since he came on, Alexander. He's really injected some pace, and I like how you use the word purpose into the Central FC attack, because I think they were just lacking, and Nicholas Griffith identified that, bringing on Alexander. And I mean, he's really been a threat to his namesake.
Micaiah Peters plays it to Jeremiah Williams, and Jeremiah Williams asking for a run. But I think he should build the play a little bit. Just too deep to play a through ball there. And Sadiq, the throw in. Referee holds play because there's another ball on the pitch. And we are back at the action now. And now Malachi, he has been really good today. Even though he threw away 2 baby chances, if I was to use the words. He has been good today, Malachi Liu.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think I've been impressed with the whole Trendsetter attack, if I'm being completely honest with you. I mean, I know they've made some changes now, but again, we can see on a decent strike there from the substitute.
Vasquez. Sort of surprised the referee called that one. I didn't see much. And some of the Trendsetter Hawks players are getting a little feisty. I saw some tugs and pulls. I think the referee probably will have to calm things down a bit. I didn't see much here. Not sure what was the infringement there, Liu. I don't know if it's because I'm so far off. We mightn't be seeing what the referee is seeing. But it's a Trendsetter Hawks free kick nevertheless. And cheating with a long ball in. And it's a decent ball, but it gracefully comes out. And he distributes it so well, Jordan, to Stefan. Oh my, would he had Alexander on the other side. Oh, that's a crunching tackle. The entire bench Trendsetter Hawks bench went up for that one. But that was cleaned for me. Jeremiah showing why he's strong. And he's driving with it and he's going to have a shot. Ooh. I mean, it was a little bit far out.
Very optimistic from Jeremiah Williams, but that just shows the confidence running through his veins. I mean, he scored a beauty in the first half with his left foot. Now he's showing what he could do with his right, and I don't blame the lad. I mean, they give you an inch, you try to take a mile.
Yes.
And that's just what Jeremiah Williams tried to do there.
And look at the speed of Malachi. I've been running the central defense to the ground. Look at that shot. Probably a little bit too far out for me. But diving just to make sure that it missed the goal. But I like what you said there, Leo. He has been oozing confidence. And he clearly showed that with his goal today. And that's the complimentary water break. This is a opportune time for players to rehydrate. I mean, to be honest, it has been really hot as of recently. The amount of bushfires I saw coming to the Atabolan Stadium today.
Yeah, I mean, and you can understand for these guys, I mean, the first game of the season, heated, 70th minute, it's been an intense battle thus far. A lot of crunching tackles, injuries, it's all happening in this game today, and as you rightfully said, the sun is pretty hot. We can see from the view that we have here up in the commentary box, so you can imagine if you're running around on a pitch with the sun beating on your back. Also an opportunity for the coaches to reassure their players in this water break, as we see Cheating, Mackay Peters getting some instructions there, two of the most influential players in this Trendsetter team. Nicholas Griffith speaking to his guys, the Central FC boys on their feet, ready and raring to go. As you could imagine, they probably want to equalize. Only one goal down, and as we do say in Trinidad, 1-0 is no lead.
There's no lead. And for the Trendsetter Hawks, I know they're dominating the game, but they will be very disappointed if this finished 1-1. I can tell you that because Malachi had a couple of chances. They had some chances that went to the back of the net, but it was offside. And the Central FC side, I'm not saying that they are as good. I'm not saying that they are not better, but they would be very happy if they come out with a draw here today. Just by the possession stats, 61-38. Trendsetter Hawks is dominating the game here today, Leo. And now is they going to have a shot? And is he going to have a shot? They're asking for it. Wow. Again, it was just over the bar by Joshua Fagaro. He has come on and made an injection too as well, Leo Fagaro.
Yeah, and it shows the depth that this Trendsetter squad have. I mean, to have the ability to take off top players like it was Harrison Parks who came off and Figaro coming on for him. And to still have a quality player is absolutely vital, especially in a tournament where you have so many games to play. Squad rotation is so important. As we see the substitution here of Alexander coming off here for Nicholas Whiteman, a defensive switch here from the Trendsetter Hawks. A bit surprising.
No, it's not. You want to know why that happened? Because of Alexander. Remember Alexander, number 12, Kendall Alexander, have been bursting down that ring. And that's to show you the intelligence of Joel Warwick. He's seen that. He's seen Alexander under a lot of pressure. I mean, I think it's a conservative move. That reflects that about, you know, if they're looking to score more here, Trendsetter Hawks, or if they want to hold on to this 1-0 lead. But a move like that is conservative, and it's to protect them from the lead they have. Because Kendall Alexander, have been definitely rearing along that left-hand side. And we have him again here now. What is he going to do? He swings it in the box again. But good defending there by Antonio Cheating. And now the number 4 has his first touch. Nicholas Whiteman. And that's a next slash by the Trendsetter Hawks defender. Goes out for a Central FC throw-in.
Really been impressed with the Trendsetter Hawks defense. I think that partnership between Jaden Sealy and Antonio Cheating has been absolutely exceptional today. They haven't put a wrong foot at all, and Cheating here on the ball again, you could see his decision making, his clearances, his distribution has been absolutely excellent.
Yes, I have been definitely impressed with Cheating. He hasn't done much wrong, and it does reflect in the scoreline where they haven't conceded and they haven't had much shots. Central FC.
If I'm not mistaken, Renwin, I think Jaden Sealy also went to Trinity College East and probably playing football with Antonio Cheating. You know, even in school sweats or in youth football, probably developed that chemistry, showing the reason why they are probably such a formidable centre-back pairing. And you know what they do say, Renwin? Attacks win games, but defense win championships. And it could be a vital rock in the back there. Need to keep those two guys fit if they want a chance of really causing problems in this Tiger Tanks Under-20 tournament.
And I'm being honest with you, Leo, this Trendsetter Hawks team is very good. And Central FC is very good as well. And it's only a 1-0 difference. So I think this tournament is going to be a tight tournament. It's going to have teams that... And that's a wonderful caption. Wow. Jeremiah Williams showing his skill there. Clipped the ball over his defender head. And then spanked it with his left foot just wide. But he's showing that he has the skill too, Jeremiah Williams. And you're asking a little poor communication there by Jaden Sealy and Neptune. And he explaining that was a little, but he capped his lad, had a shot just on the wide side. Could have easily gone in the back of the net.
And it's Jeremiah Williams again. We spoke about him oozing with confidence there. I think he's been man of the match for me so far, Renwin. Of course, getting the telling goal thus far, and also causing a lot of problems for Central FC.
Kishon Diaz with a wonderful flick. Plays it back. Kishon Diaz, he 1-2. Doesn't get it back. Wonderful interception there by the Trendsetter Hawks defender. And now Alexander trying to put some pressure on Nicholas. And Jude comes out with it. Jude to Vasquez. Vasquez with a long ball. Straight to Fugaro. Fugaro, I would have held it up, but I think you'd have got instructions from Joel there to leave it. Let it go, let time pass. So that the clock can tick and it could stay 1-0 for Trendsetter Hawks.
Game management, such an important thing. In football, you know, sometimes you have these tight 1-0 leads, and it's just to keep the composure, keep the maturity. And I know these guys have been coached by an excellent coach, and he himself would know, being faced with many situations such as these. But you do expect Trendsetter Hawks to want to at least increase their lead. And they definitely have the quality on the pitch to do it. So why not?
And now Trendsetter Hawks. And we have is it going to have a shot? We're begging for the shot. Doesn't let it go, and now Siddiq spanks it with the left foot. And I know if it was one player, I would have put my money on to put it in the back of the net from that distance. It would have been Siddiq. But he just sliced it with his left foot. Got on a bit too much, and it was on the high side. And that's not a good ball there. And is he going to play it? Oh, just on the short side. Alexander coming on this side now to put some pressure on the right flank. And he gets it now, Alexander. Has been coming on with a lot of purpose, hasn't done much wrong. Brito. I thought he would have fined back Alexander again. Good defending there by Figaro. And Brito intercepted the ball there. Good interception.
Again, it's been a bit disappointing from the Central FC attack. I mean, we know these players have the quality, but they just haven't been able to get it right in that final third run win.
And Vasquez, is this a true ball? That's a clearance. That's not too well. But good save by Lafon. And his distribution isn't bad. He strays it straight to Alexander. But good defending by Siddiq. He intercepted that one. And now Figaro. Figaro. Back to Siddiq now, but is he going to shoot? Good defending there, and he clears it. The Central FC defender. That was a slice clearance there by Jeremiah Thomas. And a headed shot, but good save by Lafon. And it's a ball distributed right on the right-hand side, and he goes up for a header. Jude. But it was tame and easily gobbled up by Lafon, and his distribution isn't bad at all. And now there's time and space for Kishon, and he played it to Brito. Neptune comes out, and he has a shot. Wow, there was a lot of time for Diaz there, Kishon Diaz, because the keeper was out, and I don't think he made the best decision, and Neptune played it, and now Figaro has time and space. Is he going to drive on? It's not a good pass. I think he would have been better if he drived at his defender. And now Alexander. Very good, very strong on the ball. Alexander still has it here. Plays it to Brito. Oh, that's a swipe by Makaya. I don't like to see those swipes. But it's a Central FC throw-in. 80th minute here, Lee. You think Central FC is gonna equalize?
Well, they're definitely knocking on the door here. I think they're a bit aware of the time, and as I said earlier, I do think they have the quality to do it, but it just doesn't seem to be clicking. But football is a crazy game, and just one flick of the switch and the ball could be in the back of the net. It was also remiss of us to mention the introduction of Mackay Lake in the midfield for Central FC.
Jeremiah Williams has it. He takes on 1, takes on 2, takes on 3, takes on 4, takes on 5. Is he going to shot? That has to be a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's not. To the surprise of everyone here in the commentary box, all the fans, everyone. Normally, you know, when players does so much, you give them the penalty. I think that's not a good decision by Dennis. Clearly, there was contact. I think he pulled his foot out, and that's what the referee saw, and that's why he didn't give it. That's a penalty for me. I'm sorry. That's a clean penalty.
Yeah, I think that one's a penalty there. I mean, I know Williams was probably looking for it, but did draw the contact from the defender, and I think that should have been a penalty kick for the Trendsetter Hawks. But again, brilliant work from Jeremiah Williams. He's really been a standout player today, Renwin.
Yes, I think at his age, he should. I wouldn't be surprised if the coach calls him for the national team.
Sorry to cut you, Renwin, again, but I really do think that this centre-back pairing for the Trendsetter Hawks, this has been an absolute defensive masterclass, if I'm saying. I mean, these guys haven't seen any mistakes. There was even an occurrence earlier where Cheating missed the header, and the centre-back pairing was covering him. So it shows that Warwick really has been working with his defenders. I have been really impressed. I probably sound very biased right now, but it's so noticeable to me. Renan, I had to point it out.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Jeremiah is the standout player today, but that doesn't mean he's not part of a team, and you have to you have to show why the team works well, why the engine works well. And now number 19, Jude, is driving here now. That has to be a foul. That's not a very nice challenge.
Kendall Alexander there. That's not what he was brought on for, to do defensive work, so he got caught in a bit of a pickle. Usually the one on the receiving end of those tackles. But a free kick here for the Trendsetter Hawks, and you expect none other than Sadiq Khan to take it, and it seems to be another substitution here for the Trendsetter Hawks. The number 22, Isaiah Edwards, coming on here for the boys in yellow.
I mean, we saw the purpose of why Nicholas Whiteman came on. We saw the purpose of why Nicholas Whiteman came on because of the introduction of Kendall Alexander, and replaced so that his fitness, because we could have seen Alexander fitness went down a bit. So he re-injected some fitness into the side. But the number 22, I'm very interested to see who comes off, because I'm not seeing a lot of players doing wrong here today, Leo.
Definitely not, but it seems there was some sort of mix-up, and I don't think Alexander will be on the pitch for this one. Sorry, Edwards. Number 22 still waiting to get his substitution as the ball goes out for a Trendsetter Hawks corner, and Sadiq again running across to produce the goods.
And next player who to me is a standout player for me, Sadiq. You know, there are certain standout players, and he's definitely one for me. A short corner here now, plays it to Fagaro, back to Sadiq, swings it in. It draws the keeper. The keeper comes out, but good save there. Wonderful header there by Fagaro. A little team. Probably could have put more effort onto it. And Alexander again. Nicholas Whiteman being smart and reading the play. Look at that ball again from Sadiq. A little team header by, it's actually Josiah Williams. Jeremiah Williams. But we have time and space here now. Brito, is he going to take on Sadiq? But good defending by Sadiq. He read him very well. And he's showing that not only offensively, but he can step up for his team defensively. And now Vasquez on it, and he has time and space. And he plays a through ball to Malachi. What wonderful defending by Raphael, and he cleans that one up. He plays it to Caleb. Caleb back to Lafon, the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper has a long clearance, but Peters easily. Yeah, that has to be a foul. But again, Peters, even though he draws the foul, it's a soft foul where, you know, it doesn't warrant a card, but it breaks down the play. Intelligent play by Williams.
We are now getting the substitution here, and it's finally Isaiah Edwards after a long wait, the number 22 coming on for Sadiq Damri, who has been brilliant this game. Ranwan, your thoughts on Sadiq?
I mean, his name speaks for itself. He has been so brilliant today. He has a left foot that wraps around the ball. Anytime he swings that left foot, it's only danger I'm seeing being incurred. And that left foot was the reason why Jeremiah Williams scored today, Leo.
Definitely. Sadiq excellent game. I think if it wasn't for the brilliance of Jeremiah Williams, Sadiq would have probably been one of the candidates for man of the match.
But Jeremiah Williams back on the ball here now. And he distributes it to the left flank. And Malachi, if he holds off his lad, he would have gone into a one-on-one. Very thin line between if the Trendsetter Hawks get through and the Central FC defenders defend the situation well. That was literally a 50-50. Malachi could have won that and he would have been clean on to goal. But I think if I was Nicholas Griffith, I would have been pushing the players on, pushing them up. I'd have left players on top so that definitely the Trendsetter Hawks has some stuff to think about defensively. And they have made Joel Warwick think about it defensively by he making some conservative changes. Bringing on the likes of Nicholas Whiteman. But Jaden Seeley now. Plays it long. Brito back on it. Brito to Diaz. Is he onside? Linesman put up his flag for the offside call. Rightfully so. Way offside there in my books. And long ball by Antonio Cheating. Sliced ball there, and that's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous there by Jeremiah Thomas. And the referee spotted an infringement on Nicholas Whiteman.
And it's a clearance there. Siren De La Rosa getting a telling touch. And I do think that the Trendsetter boys have realized that time is coming up to the full 90. They don't want to commit too much forward. I would expect, as we spoke about earlier, the game management. Oh, just wide there. Seemed to have been a head injury, but he seemed to recover as quickly as possible there. Did Vasquez on the hot pursuit from Tejon Windsor, as we have another substitution, a late one here from Nicholas Griffith. The number 23, Jaheim Francis, coming on here for Rashawn Brito. Had a bit of a frustrating game here, did Brito. Had the opportunity to lead some counter-attacks, but just couldn't get that final pass in. But it's an attacking move here from Nicholas Griffith. Renwin, you think he's probably trying to sneak in a goal here? 4 minutes added on here at the Ato Bolden Stadium.
Let's see what Central FC can do in these 4 minutes. How it's panning out, I don't think they might do much. But you never doubt, nevertheless. But Drew's on it now. Is he going to crack? He does. Oh, what a save. That is from Lafon.
That was brilliant. What a shot, what a save. I mean, Drew Johnson really wrapped his foot around that one, and Lafon was equal to it with a flying save to his left hand. Look at that beautiful strike and an equally matched save.
Bang.
Sometimes those saves are the ones that keep... Oh, one. We thought he got a save, but...
Nah, he got a save. I think that's a mistake by the referee. Clearly a save on the replays. I mean, unless I'm seeing wrongly.
Definitely saw a touch there from the keeper. I'm not sure why a goal kick was given. Lafon would hope that he did make the save, because it was a good one for the highlight reel.
That definitely was one for the picture books.
Correct.
I love to see those. It's almost like, it reminds me of when you're taking a catch in cricket, when you see Dwayne Bravo and these guys make such good saves. But Malachi, he has done wrong, but he has played very well today. If he had tucked away one of those chances, I would have been putting him up there with the likes of Jeremiah. He has been causing a lot of trouble. And now Raphael tried to get his team out of their own half, but to no avail. And that's a brilliant ball there to Jeremiah Francis. But it was intercepted, unfortunately, by Trendsetter Hawks. And Trendsetter Hawks now on the right flank. Micaiah Peters caps his lad very easily with a snap back, to be specific. And now, I think it touched the referee, so he called it back. And he'll be given a fair drop ball. Last 30 seconds of the game. And Leo, I think we could say that Trendsetter Hawks deserves this win. They've really dominated the game. They still have it now. And Nicholas Whiteman, the Jeremiah Williams, is he going to distribute it or is he going to spank it? He turns to spank it, but not too tame of an effort. And that's the final whistle, where Trendsetter Hawks won, Central FC 0. Fantastic game, Leo. Any thoughts?
I think it was an entertaining one. I mean, the Trendsetter Hawks had many chances to get in here to, as you rightfully said, Malachi Celestin had some chances in the first half. It could have been more for the Trendsetter Hawks. Central FC didn't play bad football, but I just think that they lacked the quality in that final third, and that's really what caused them to not get a result out of this one. I mean, you do have to score to win, and even to draw sometimes, but nevertheless, an entertaining game.
Most definitely, I would like to hear us. We have some sideline reporters here. I would like to get to see the post-match interviews, some comments from the winning and losing coaches, and I'll definitely like to hear what Jeremiah Williams have to say. Fantastic game. And that just to recap on what are today's proceedings. Brito, what a last shot. That's to show you, Sadiq, you have been so well today, showing him his wrath defensively and attacking. Same Sadiq Alexander, he came on and injected some purpose and some pace into the Central FC side. Unfortunately, there was no avail, and that was an offside shot there from the number 20. Jude Johnson, and this is the main man, Jeremiah Williams, showing, taking on players. Figaro again, substitution. That's a snapback. And tattoos there from Jeremiah Williams. And then a spank from Sadiq again. Malachi, he had a good day today too as well. Just threw away some 2 chances early in the first 30 minutes of the game. I think he should have done. Again, Jeremiah Williams. This, to me, was a penalty. And Dennis said, I don't think it is, but this man was just so good today, Jeremiah Williams.
Definitely. Surely, I think he's in the running for the man of the match. Of course, getting the telling goal, and what a strike it was in the first half from Jeremiah Williams. As we rightfully said, I think the Central FC.
A picture book save. Watch that save from Lafon. What a save. Easy cap there by Micaiah. But today's proceedings was really well, Liu. It was thoroughly enjoyable. Again, I would like to hear some of the thoughts from the winning and losing coaches, some of the winning and losing players, and from this we have an interview, sideline reporter. Most definitely, I'm looking forward to that. Possession stats here. Clearly, Trendsetter Hawks was dominating Central FC in each and every category. Shots, 28. On target, 7-4. Corners, they beat them. They even beat them in offsides too as well. It shows you, look at how much tackles, even though they have more of the ball, they have more tackles. So that high press from Joel Warwick would be the reason for that, even though they have more of the ball. You'd have think Central FC would be the ones tackling more. But blue skies, gentle breeze today, Liu. Game not passed. We have a double header today. Club Sando versus W Connection. And I understand we have an interview with one of our sideline reporters. It's been a brilliant day here today. Thanks again. Me and Liu has been